Yo, what's going on everyone? It's your boy King Jae. Today I'm going to teach you about Leroy Smith and how to play with him. The basics and all that stuff. I'm known to play Tekken 7. I'm one of the UK players and my main character is Leroy. Before we start, be sure to subscribe to DashFight for more character guides and check out their website for all things FGC. And if you don't know what FGC is, Fighting Game Community. So I'm going to talk about the neutral buttons, I'm going to talk about footsies, tracking, etc. and all the stuff about this character. Because I feel like a lot of people they know Leroy, but they don't really know Leroy. I'm going to get into it with the notes that I've prepared for you. So in terms of the key moves, you'll look at stuff like down forward 1. Down forward 1 is a good poking move. You'll look at like his extensions from down forward 1. So it'll be like down forward 1-1 or down forward 1-4 that goes into hermit stance, which I'm going to talk to you about a little bit later on. He also has back 4. He also has back 3, which I would use for whiff punishment. Forward 2-2 for whiff punishment. Down forward 3-2 to annoy opponents and get them to duck. So you could do stuff like back 4, or he's up forward 4, plus 4. 3-3. I would use this as a round ender, so you can delay like that, or you can pretty much throw out, but it is -14 on block, so be careful. I would down 4-4 is another round ender, so you could do down 4-4 and delay it like that, and that goes into hermit stance. I've been talking about hermit stance a lot, but don't worry, I will talk about it at the end. Down back 3-1 plus 2 is basically his people like to call it hell sweep, but it's basically a move to kind of like get people to duck because it pushes back and knocks you down. So when you get up, it's basically I've got to run up to you and start my offense again. And then you also have forward 2-3, which the first hit is homing. What that means is that it tracks both ways. So if you try to sidestep, this is going to track both ways. And then he also has the delayed version, so you can delay pretty much the whole string like that. And then you also have other little things as well, so like down 1 plus 2 as well. If you get this on counter hit, you can basically, I would say, dash up and then do like down back 2 1 plus 2. And then you also have forward 1 plus 2 as well, which is, I like to throw this out sometimes because you can catch people moving and stuff like that as well. It's a very good move and it's safe as well. So I think those are the moves. I haven't really forgotten. And down back 4 as well. But this move is pretty risky because it is -14. And if someone crouches, they can punish you. And sometimes people can step it as well. But you get a mini combo. So if you do this, you do down back 4, full crouch, down forward 4, down forward 4, 1. And then you do up forward 3 plus 4, 1 plus 2. So you do it like this. He also has a cane. So this is for 1 per match. Now I know that rage drives are usually when your life is low and stuff like that, but this ain't a rage drive. This is basically a unique move that he has 1 per match. So you would want to use this around the time that you feel like someone's gonna duck, or you might want to use it when the last round is there and you want to use it as a comeback mechanic. So a lot of people will use it depending on what the situation is. And then if we talk about the rage drive that he has is pretty good as well. But I'm going to try and show you a good combo with him. So I think it's because of the stage. There we go. So you could do this into that type of combo there, which is pretty big damage, may I add. It's pretty big damage. So you could just do the jab before, and then you do this move here, which is pretty fast. This is down forward 3-1, 1 plus 2. Very fast move. So there's also that, and then obviously he has his rage art as well. But yeah, we don't need to talk about that rage art. But his rage drive is pretty good for doing stuff like this. So yeah, that is Leroy. So with Leroy is, I would say he's more about counter hit fishing and parry. So his whole parry system is what annoys a lot of people. So he has back 1+2. This move is really annoying for people because a 12 frame counter hit launcher and it's mid. So people get annoyed with getting comboed from this. You know, this is the season 3 combo. So people get annoyed by that because sometimes when people want to apply their pressure, the best way to apply pressure is by a 10 frame jab or a 13 frame mid. But, you know, if someone does like a mid and it's slow, this will counter you. And this is what Leroy's best at doing, is like making you not play your game. So, you know, he has back 1+2. He has back 1 as well. You know, nice 41 damage. This, you get a proper combo. So, not like that. And then to the wall. So, people get annoyed with that. And then, you know, he has back 2 as well, back +2, which people get annoyed with because it can parry everything. Swords, elbows. The only thing it can't parry is grabs. So, let's say, for example, we're going to set Leroy to do jab into an elbow, just to show you. So you'll get something like this. Yeah, people get annoyed with that. And then you can follow up by pressing 2. But then there is other things you can do. So like if I parry this whole sequence, I can press back 3. But it all depends on the strings as well, because back 3 starts at 18 frames, 18 to 19 frames. So anything that is, you know, 18 to 19 frames or slower after the parry, you can do back 3. But anything like less, like say for example, if you want to get the actual punish, sometimes it's better to just do this if you don't know, which is after a successful parry, press 2, because it's not unsafe, you know. And then you also have up back 2, which is a sabaki for punches. So if you lot don't know what a sabaki is, it's basically like a parry, or I'd say like it's a parry reversal. So for example, if I do, let's do this. So if I do that, it parries all punches. So, you know, you can take your turn. So it's basically like a read as well, because you can't parry kicks. So as you look, we'll do jab into kicks. So we'll do this. Doesn't work. Doesn't work, as you can see. And you have to time it as well. And then you also have down back 1+2, which is for punch and kicks. So we'll do 1, 1, and then let me show you. So that's the sabaki for punches. And then we also have one, the same move for kicks as well. It doesn't do elbows and knees and grabs or anything like that. Most of the time with sabaki, there's always either punches, just kicks, or punches and kicks. And then another counter hit, I would say counter hit fishing tool is his 10 frame 1, 1, 1+2, 1. So this is usually for if you like do a plus frame move and then you feel like they're going to press a button and you want to kind of like interrupt. This is like your interrupt kind of move. And then, you know, you can do stuff like if you're against the wall, you could do that. And that's guaranteed. So yeah, that's it when it comes to like the counter hit fishing type of stuff. Obviously you got moves like this, which is like +1, up, forward 2. Alright, not stand guard. So you got stuff like this, and then you got like some stuff in helmet, which we're going to talk about next. But yeah, essentially this is what you want to do. You just kind of want to annoy people with a jab and then let go of it if you feel the read, or if you feel like the person's gonna press buttons, then yeah, that would be the best time to do it. Alright, cool. So now I'm gonna get into Hermit, and then I'm gonna get into combos. In terms of Hermit, he has Hermit back 1, as you can see, plus 4, you use this to kind of like try and get people to press buttons. Remember I told you about this? Yeah, you'd use this to try and get people to press buttons. You can also use it as well for like people are not going to get up off the floor because this hits grounded. So I'm just going to show you a prime example. Not set. Take it off stand guard. So this hits grounded, as you can see. So you can use it if you feel like people are not getting up off the floor and you want to get the ground hit. Same thing can be applied to Hermit forward 4. And you get like down back 2 1+2. So that would, I would usually use this in combos or again in wall combos, which I'm going to show you right now. So let's just try and dash them up there. So let's say for example we do not this. Let's do. So you could do something like that. That didn't combo, but that's basically how you would use it. Not even getting the combo right. There we go. So that's how you'd use it. Again, if the opponent blocks, it's not, you don't get much plus for it in neutral. So, you know, if you both press jab after that, then we're both going to trade. So then you also have the Hermit 2-1. So this is like what completes the combos. This is both 2 high hits. You also have Hermit 3-4. You have Hermit back 4, which is a homing low. Pretty good catching people. It's 20 frames. And then you have, I think that's it. And then Hermit stance, the low, the idle stance is auto parry on the low. So let me just show you exactly what I mean by that. So if we go and set it to this and I do a low, I'll get low parried. So as you can see like that. And this is with both punches and kicks. Doesn't matter what low you do. And then you get a follow-up as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this and then do a low. And then this is follow-up. That's guaranteed. Guaranteed as well. So you either do 2-1. If you're against the wall, you would do this 1+2 as well, which is another Hermit move that you can use, which doesn't cause that much risk. So what I'll do to play it safe is do that. But yeah, that is the general gist of it. Moves that go into Hermit. Hermit is 3+4. That's why I should have said at the start. Hermit is 3+4, but moves that go into Hermit is 1-2-4, full crouch 1-4, full crouch down 1-2-4, forward 4, down forward 4, down forward 1-4, down 3-2, down 4-4, forward 2-3-4 as well, and I think that is it. Alright, so this combo is used when you have a small wall stage, or small arena should I say. On bigger stages, or no wall stages, the combos will look like this. And then you have combos like back 3. So back 3 is a combo starter, which tail spins straight away. So you do this combo. So that's back 3, down forward 1, 2-2, up forward 3+4, 1+2. And then you have the new season 4 combo. And then his launcher, which is a 16 frame launcher. And then you have the cane combo. Oh no, I could just do it like this. In terms of his strengths, he has a very good tool set. So his tool set is really good. You know, he has good poke buttons. Very good. You know, 2-1 as well. You can kind of use this. This is another key move that I didn't mention earlier, but this is something you can use. I think it's very good. Down 3-2 to annoy your opponent as well. And the thing as well with 2-1, if you do 2-1-2, then he has a parry built in. So, seeing as well this topic, so let's say for example, so I can't really do it from here. See, actually, did you see the parry? So it has to be from like, he's coming close. See, there's the parry. So he has a built-in parry from that, but I thought like that's the more complicated stuff, so I didn't want to go too much into it. But yeah, he has a built-in parry from that. He has very good punishment, 10 frame, 12 frame as well. So there's like 12 frames or 13 frames that push you back. You use 4-4 for that. His 14 frame is this, 51 damage. Great damage for, you know, 14 frame punishers. And he's, yeah, even his while standing punishment is really good as well. He has pretty good punishment. And parries as well. The parries are really good in a game like this. That I feel like season 4 is very, very heavily based on rushdown. I think it's really good. In terms of weakness, he lacks range. So like he strives on being very, very close. But I feel like playing the distance game is not really his forte. I feel like there's a lot of other characters that are better at playing the distance game. I feel like it's hard to open up opponents if player is very good with defense. I feel like it's really hard. So, you know, you have to take a lot of risk. This move here is -14. If you blocks the hell sweep, you can do launch punish moves. And then you've got certain things like, you know, down 2 by itself is -15. So he doesn't really have anything that is good in terms of lows, and a lot of his lows are kind of sidesteppable as well, apart from the tracking hell sweep. But his orbital as well, if you sidewalk, you can get past this with the majority of the characters unless you're a big character. But yeah, other than that, I really like this character. I think this character is a fun character to learn. He's very easy to kind of like start up in terms of like just getting your offense and everything started. I would say personally, the thing that kind of makes Leroy even more fun is his parry system, and just learning certain things that he can parry, and you know, what is the maximum punish you can get from the parry. You can also check out all the things shown in this video in the text version via the link in the description. If you like this video, please leave a comment, like, and let me know your thoughts. Thank you very much for watching. It's been your boy, King Jae, signing out.